Yo, welcome back to another video, and today we will be watching movie theaters have no aura. And to that, I strongly disagree because where I live, the movie theater has reclining seats, and yeah, but let's see what he's talking about.
Aura, the term that is used to describe anything that emits an energy that is attractive, sparks interest, and gives off a certain presence when you are around. This is something lacking in almost all movie theaters in 2025. I've gone to movie theaters 6 times in the past month, and not once has there been a line to get into, not once have the theaters been packed out, and it really hurts me to see. What
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to my computer, but anyway, if that's what he's talking about,
happened to movie theaters?
if that's what he's talking about, real talk, gang, I'm not sure what movie theater you went to. Maybe it's the city I'm in, but I've never had to wait in line at a movie theater. And we're talking like a blockbuster. We're talking like what back in like the 1970s where they had to wait outside for Star Wars. Then sure, but me and him are almost the same age. We maybe he's lived a different life, but I've never seen a line at the movie theater before for snacks for the movie. You just buy your ticket online and walk in.
Where is the aura? Whatever happened to the good old teenager date where you take your girl out, you buy her some food, you go catch a movie, and in the back of the movie theater,
Bro, teenagers are not millionaires. Have you seen the prices of popcorn? I'm pretty sure like $10, $15 for a small bucket of popcorn. Nah.
you get a little bit of fellatio. It's getting so bad to the point where 2 days ago when I went to the movie theater, I saw a couple doing coke outside of the movie theater. Are you telling me in
Where does he live?
2025 movie theaters got so little aura that Nick is doing coke outside the movie theaters to get through the movies? Like, what is it? Is it the price of the tickets and snacks, the sticky floors, or are movies just trash?
Chicken junkie.
Whatever it is, me and you are gonna find out. And right before we get into that, if you want to show love to a young brother, make sure you like and subscribe. So with
Same
that, I
here.
present to you why movie theaters have no aura anymore.
So already movies aren't as exciting as they once were. There's no like big event or anything. Two, prices are insane. Unless it's a Tuesday, movie prices are a lot. And that's all I got. Money and no interest.
Look, there's no easy way of saying this, so I'm gonna just give it to you straight up. You and your parents are broke as shit.
You're broke!
Type.
You're
Hear it.
You know money, black or white trash, crying about gas looking motherfucker. Inflation is a motherfucker. I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm one of those spiritual motherfuckers who grows out their dreads and says we live in the matrix because I'm too young to actually go and research my mayors, my laws, and how the world actually works. So I just say I'm all about energy and the elites want us to work. But regardless of whether you're a lawyer,
Yeah, you eat tree bark and grass because you think all foods are contaminants and have mind control chips in them. All right, buddy.
or you're just a random teenager like me. One thing we all can agree on is that our economy is messed the fudge up. Money is not what it used to be. This is one of the biggest reasons why people don't go to movie theaters anymore. It's quite literally way too expensive. The last time movies had a peak in the
Also, I can just wait 2 weeks for it to come out on Netflix, Hulu, or whatever streaming service you got.
attendance was in 2002. And I'm not gonna lie, if you look at the lineup for the movies that came out in that year, that's no surprise.
Remember, with great power,
Second best.
responsibility.
Never seen it. Hmm. This movie was kind of peak. Never saw the end of it, but the beginning was good.
I just gotta play the Spider-Man clip one more time just out of respect for his greatness. Oh, wrong clip. Sorry about that. So outside of the amazing catalog that came from 2002, the other thing that stands out was the overall cost of living and movie tickets. Minimum wage in 2002 was $5.15, while modern day in 23 years, it has only gone up by $2.10, now being
Oh, this is America, so it's like what, $17 over here in Canada. So yeah, but yikes, sucks to be you guys. Couldn't be me though.
$7.25. Something that would cost $56 in 2002 would now cost $100 today. The buying power of a dollar has been cut by 50% almost. Yet minimum wage has only been raised by less than 30%. So it's no surprise that the price of movie tickets have skyrocketed. The price of movie tickets in 2002 was a whopping $5.80 compared to the average price of movie tickets.
Yeah, back in the day, you would work a solid week as a teenager at the juke at the you work like some good hours at the juke joint. You get your little you get your little broad, take her down to the movie theater. You know what I'm saying? In your old in your old car looking thingy. Get her some ice cream, some popcorn, and I hope she touches your leg because back. What am I even talking about?
Tickets in 2025 being $16.08, 3 times more expensive than the average price 23 years ago. And that's just the tickets. That doesn't account for popcorn, drinks, which will run you another $15 to $20. You do some addition, you do some subtraction, and before you know it, you're holding up the line, calling your mom, asking her to transfer you some more money in your account. And it gets even worse if you
See, that's the problem. Y'all are over here trying to cash out. No, you go somewhere before you go to the movies. You go get some pizza for like quick little Caesars for like $7, $8. Then you go to the movie. Like, stop trying to feed yourself at the movie theater. Eat before you go to the movie theater. You're there to watch a movie. You're not there to eat and watch.
you bring more than just your own ass. Now you're looking at spending at least $70 to $100 for a 2-hour experience at most, in which now it's no longer socially acceptable to get fellatio. And see, although moviegoers have been on the decline since 2002, there was one more slight peak in 2018 where we got movies like Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, Incredibles 2, Avengers Infinity War, Black Panther, and mid-90s. It did seem like we were entering another golden age of movies and movie theaters. Although the sales were only a fraction of what they were 20 years ago, the films being produced were starting to feel a lot more.
Then the bid happened, and then no original movie has been made. Like, what? Everything's a remake. Everything's a remastered, rethought edition. So, no point in watching an old movie that they probably have a DVD of, probably can find somewhere, quote unquote, illegally, and then just watch it over there. No point.
More genuine and original. It seemed like movies were starting to make a comeback, but this momentum was quickly derailed by a global pandemic that forced people to stay inside and had a domino effect that ultimately made movie theaters fall off. And that event was no other than 2020 COVID. Why am I speaking in a country voice?
No cap, COVID was low-key a vibe.
When you really think about it, COVID was literally just the government playing in our faces, treating us like lab rats. Because I was in the barbershop with my uncle, and he said whenever you have the mask on like this, somebody will fart. And if you were to walk by, you would smell their fart. And that's facts. So when you really think about it, if...
Oh my god, bro. I don't take advice from people who don't got medical degrees, you know? Like, let's say, for example, the government was trying to control us or whatever. What could you actually do? Like, even unless you got like millions and billions of dollars to like get past all that, it's like, bro, for all intents and purposes, these people have gone to school for 8, 10 years. They probably know better than your uncle, brother.
If COVID was this airborne pathogen disease that they said, we would all have got affected and died when you really think about it, because this don't do shit. So the whole time, they're just playing with us. But that's besides the point.
You ever had the one?
COVID really did something to the world. And I don't mean, like how it be like it took the color out of the world, or now when I jack off, it don't feel the same compared to when I jacked off whenever I was like 14 years old. But I mean in the sense of how truly life was different before COVID. Ever since COVID, all human
Now, I'm one of the rare people who COVID was low key about. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta stay inside all day, watch Transformers, watch a whole bunch of anime. I didn't have to go outside. I didn't have to talk to anybody. I was just chilling. But one bad thing I didn't like about COVID, I didn't start doing YouTube. And if I started doing YouTube during the pandemic, nah, man, that would have been great.
beings, whether you're a child or you're an old fart, we're all on our phones. It's almost like the government alley-ooped COVID off the backboard to themselves for a way to transition us into a technology-dependent society. Because ever since COVID, I've been addicted to DoorDash. Girls think guys are mammoth beasts. Guys won't stop gooning and talking about it on the internet.
Bro, people are aware of how much time they spend on their phone. That's what I think. Even if you think, yeah, we're just being controlled by the algorithm. At the end of the day, you have free will. The government can do all the mind tricks they want, but you have the free will to turn your phone off, get off YouTube, go outside, whatever. Or just turn your phone off, turn the electronics off, and just stare at the wall and just think, or read a book. Yeah, it's a lack of self-control.
Internet, and nobody wants to talk to each other. And it all stems from the internet. Yes, I do not want to take responsibility for my actions and come to terms with that sometimes I am a human person. So yes, indeed, I will instead blame COVID in phones like every other teenager on the app. It's just like Kanye said. We all subconscious, I'm just the first to admit it. COVID was really just a preview of what was to come for anything that had little dependence on the internet, especially something like movies. Because see, when I was a child, many years ago, before there were electrical cars, people randomly dancing in the street for likes looking like a crazy person, and grown men online talking about their experiences with jacking off. When people wanted to go see a really cinematic thing, they had two options: buy a DVD player, go to your local Redbox, buy a movie that came out in theaters a couple of months ago, continuously.
Bro, is he like 50? I thought he was like 19 or 20. Jesus. Oh, you're talking about a Redbox. What's a Redbox? I just know YouTube, the movie theaters, and Netflix. Jesus Christ.
Watch it because your mom didn't have enough money for the cable bill, to the point where you can watch the movie and you know all the lines in it. And then randomly one day your mom comes in your room and starts yelling at you saying she got charged a $50 late fee because you didn't remind her to return the Redbox movie. So now you're stuck watching the DVD screen where the logo bounces off the wall because your mom doesn't trust you to get any more movies from Redbox. And if you didn't want to go through all of that, well, you had to go to the movies. So for something like COVID to happen, it completely shifted how we consume, produce, and interact with each other. See, if you're gonna go to the movies with somebody, drop a bag on cheap popcorn and snacks that you could find for very cheap at a gas station. But that's a lie these days because now snacks be like, well, for the sake of my point, buy snacks and popcorn for really cheap. You at least want to feel comfortable, enjoy yourself, feel like you're somewhat getting your money's worth, at least get some head. But when COVID hit, it made people realize that most of the things we do in the outside world can be done with the power of the internet in the comfort of our own homes. You completely darken a room, get a big TV, some nice recliner chairs, and you
Real talk. What? How many movies did I actually watch during COVID? Bro, I was locked in with all the garbage movies possible. I was watching like endless amount of Tyler Perry movies. Oh man, bro. I miss those days.
you got yourself a hood suburban movie theater. People were forced to be at home, and with this being the only way that the masses could consume cinema, people got very used to watching movies at home. But see, this necessarily wasn't the full death of movies per se, because there was still technically a chance for them to recover. After being inside for so long, I actually think people were itching to go back outside to the real world, to experience life the way it used to be. There's nothing like going to the movie theaters and going to see a really good movie that changes your life while hearing some state-of-the-art sound effects or 3D.
Not gonna lie, bro. Doesn't matter to me. I can watch a movie theater here at the movie theater in space outside, bro. A movie is a movie. As long as I can hear it well enough, I don't care.
But there was something, however, that got in the way of this long time anticipation that movies normally bank on, and that was none other than streaming.
Yep. Oh, what? I was watching it.
Dun dun dun. I mean, if there's no fellatio, the movie is most likely going to be mid with cheesy characters, and it's expensive. Why go to the movie theaters to see a?
Yeah. If you can pay your $15, 15, 8, whatever it costs nowadays, a month, just to watch all the movies you possibly can in however much time you want. There ain't really no point going to the movies unless you're just impatient and just can't stay away from spoilers. Like Sinners, I could have waited. I could have waited to watch Sinners when it came out on Netflix or whatever. Like, there's no movie that I'm really impressed about. You know what? That's a lie. I really wanted to see Sonic 3, but I was in school at the time and I was not trying to go to the movie theater because it was too far away.
Movie. It makes no sense because streaming offers a solution for all of that. Since most movie theaters were either shut down or only allowed a fraction of people in them, movie companies instead decided to release a ton of movies in the COVID era online within the same week it came out in theaters in hopes of breaking even to combat the blow that COVID was doing to ticket sales. So now when a movie comes out, if it doesn't add the value in your life of I have to see this now, which a lot of movies don't, you literally have to wait at maximum like a month or two for them to release on streaming platforms. You can literally turn on like Hulu, Netflix, Stars, HBO Max, and literally find virtually any movie you want to watch. The economy is already booty juice. You already pay less for streaming platforms, and you know the movie's probably going to be on that within a month or two. The piracy sites have the movie probably at that exact same quality. Why go to the movie theaters anymore? There really is no point. For anybody that's watching this that wants to start a business or sell a product, please remember this. Value is key. You have to offer something to people that they feel like they can only get to you, or you're at least the most convenient for them, whether that be how they
Real talk. That's how people on YouTube make money. Entertainment. Basketball players get paid a whole lot of money. Entertainment. Amazon. People don't want to go to the grocery store or like go to IKEA. They get their phone. Boom, ordered. Real talk.
feel towards you, the product, or however long it takes for it to get to them. And technology has came and replaced that anticipation value that movies offer. The only thing that's keeping movie theaters alive at this point is extremely mainstream blockbuster type films. The Barbie movies, the Minecraft movies, Sinners, which is a great example of actually how we can start getting more people back into movie theaters. You notice with a movie like Sinners, it's very hard to find clips and nobody can get the full length, good quality version of the movie online.
Yeah, it's only been out for like what, a month? Give it two.
Anywhere. So all you see online is everybody talking about it, but you can't see it anywhere besides the movie theaters, thus forcing you to go to the movie theaters to see it. So it's a mixture of that to get people to go back, and basically quality always stands the test of time no matter what. So the more movie theaters can get back, well, I guess that's really just like movies actually being trash too. That has nothing to do with the movie theater. I'm trying to figure out how to bring this to a positive note or how we can get back to supporting movie theaters because they're dying and all that, but I'm gonna just be honest, streaming killed all of that. Nobody cares no more. This whole
Real
video
talk.
is like, bro, there's no way, because like we can see a movie at any time. The only way is if we made it a trend. If we made somehow going to movies a trend, like how people are trying to bring back baggy jeans, bell bottoms, stuff.
But again, it's like it's bringing it back unless the trend is so crazy. Like, I don't even know what the trend could possibly be because what if according to him, no one's getting no fellatio, no one's cutting a hole in a popcorn box because that's too expensive for some milking. What else? Yeah, you can just wait. What, you know what I'm saying? Like, what would be the point of going to the movie theater if with just a computer? If you thought about getting some, you know what I'm saying, fellatio, some coitus or anything like that, why not just invite the girl over, chill in your bed, or chill in your bed, have it on, and then you can get more than just fellatio, you know? So it's like, no
I feel
point.
like that, because it's cool, if we could somehow make it mainstream and trendy, everybody would start going to the movies again just off the strength that we live in a dick riding society. But that, in the long summary, is why movie theaters have no aura anymore. I hope y'all appreciate it, man. I'm Alex the Virgo, man. Go like and subscribe. Check out my Discord. Check out my Instagram. Check out my Twitter. I don't call it X because that's for lames. Go check out my Twitch.
Anyway, that is the end of this video. And all in all, I don't really know because like movie I only go to the movie theater just for the experience. I've never taken someone to the movie theater for like a date or something because I'm trying to watch a movie. It's just watching TV on a bigger screen and in a recliner. And if I have enough money, I'm gonna get some snacks. So again, I like watching movies, but I'm not like a movie buff. I took a film noir class last year. It was all right. Like I just like watching movies. Like that's why I do reactions. I just like watching. Hold on, that sounds crazy. I like watching videos. So if you have another opinion, let me know.